Hello, I'm Benjamin Farrell with ArtSee Magazine, and today we're with Sarah Powers of the Visual Art Exchange here in downtown Raleigh. Sarah, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So first of all, what can you tell us about the Visual Art Exchange?
Lots of things. I love to talk about Visual Art Exchange, or VAE as most of us call it in the community. We're 30 years old this year. We were started around a kitchen table. I mean, literally, some artists sat around a kitchen table and said, we need our own space. How can we make this happen? So a very grassroots movement started to get exposure, to support their own careers that was sort of outside the normal commercial gallery, so they could maybe be more experimental or try different things. So they really just looked to see what artists needed and created a great mission to support artists. And we've grown from a small group around a kitchen table to over 500 members. We exhibit the work of over 800 members, as well as creating exhibitions and programs that support the emerging artists to the professional artists. 30 years later, here we are in our storefront in City Market.
30 years later. Well, that's a testament to what is working, obviously.
Yeah, well, it's a great mission, and Raleigh is certainly a great place for creative people. There's tons of artists and lots of designers, and there's a lot of momentum built within that community. So what we do really fits a great niche for that community.
So you say you're membership based. So if you're a new artist in Raleigh, how do you learn about membership, and what are some of the benefits of membership?
Sure, the easiest way to go, of course, is to our website, and you can join online. We're not juried, so you don't need to submit a portfolio. But I'd really recommend that artists come down and see what we're all about, meet the staff, meet some of the artists, maybe get involved as a volunteer. And membership has great benefits, reduced entry fees and things like that. But any artist can be part of our community, and it's certainly a great way to get into volunteering, to learn about how to be a business person as well as an artist, among all sorts of mentoring programs and things that we have.
And what are some of the benefits for someone who is not an artist but has a love of art? What can they benefit from the Visual Art Exchange?
Well, we're open every first Friday, so we provide that great entertainment downtown on those evenings. We also exhibit very different work every month, from landscape work to experimental work, and it's a great way to see the broad spectrum of what artists in our community are doing, because every month we do look very different, and you get to see tons of artists. If you want to kind of know who's doing what, VA is a great place to do it. We also have a great art auction every year that folks really enjoy. It's a gala event as well as an art auction, and that's a really fun way for anyone, an artist or non-artist, to come and see really what's going on in the creative community.
The auction and gala is one fundraiser you have. Do you have other fundraisers throughout the year?
We have individual donors. The fundraisers that we throw as part of SparkCon are certainly a part of what we do. And I don't know if I've talked about SparkCon, but that's a great program that we throw that's an interdisciplinary arts festival that's in September of every year, third weekend. This year it's the 16th through 19th, but that brings together musicians and performers, and 500 street painters is sort of the big visual most people remember, but we have about 1,100 artists that participate in that, and that's planned from the community. 80 folks come forward to plan each event.
So we've talked a lot about the VAE. What is your specific role here at the Visual Art Exchange?
I'm executive director, so that means a lot of things in a small nonprofit. I'm in charge of board and raising money and making sure everything goes smoothly, looking for new opportunities in the community, new partnerships. We have a staff of 4 at VAE plus a couple interns, and we have someone who's in charge of exhibitions, someone who's in charge of all our programs, and someone who helps with membership and finance things. So we're a small team that does a lot, so that's why it's great to become involved as a volunteer, because there's lots of ways to really get involved.
And do you have to be an artist to be a volunteer?
No, not at all, not at all. We have our staff, we have a good makeup of some of us are artists, I'm an artist, and then some are not, and it's a good balance of all the different kinds of creative personalities that come together to make a nonprofit like VAE run. So we certainly, the community, we need all different kinds of skills. If you love art and you can do accounting, hey, that's great. We certainly could use you.
How long have you been with the VAE?
4.5 years, actually.
And are you from Raleigh?
I am not.
Where are you from?
I'm from upstate New York. So came with that mass of folks that come down from Raleigh every year to escape the winters up there.
Yeah, so is that how you discovered Raleigh, getting away from the winters of upstate New York?
It certainly helped. I was living in Rhode Island at the time, and it was 4 degrees there in March, and it was 64 here. So we thought, this is great.
Yes.
This is an awesome place to live.
Well, we're certainly glad that you're here, and we're certainly grateful for everything you do with the VAE.
Thank you for having me here.
And thanks for joining us today. For more information about the Visual Art Exchange, please see the next edition of ArtSee Magazine.